Welcome to the Scotiabank CONCACAF League preliminary match, second leg between Sporting San Miguelito from Panama and Deportivo Malacateco from Guatemala. I'm Gary Bailey, former Manchester United goalkeeper, and welcome to the Rommel Fernandez Stadium in Panama City in Panama. This is the second leg. And have a look at the pitch conditions as we await the players for this second leg. 80 degrees Fahrenheit, that's round about, I would guess, 24, 25 degrees Celsius. There's been lots of rain. You can see water everywhere on the pitch, and that could certainly affect the play. It doesn't affect the supporters, who are in great form. Now have a look at the top, the preliminary round, the very, very top left-hand corner. 1-1 from the first leg between these two clubs. The winner will face Toro FC from Panama in the round of 16. And it's a chance they could go all the way to the final, and the two semi-finalists, or the four semi-finalists and the two best quarter-finalists will also go into the CONCACAF Champions League. So lots to play for here tonight in this second leg. The fans know there will be a winner, either in 90 minutes or penalties if this should be a 1-1 score. But you can see the rain pouring down then. It's going to make it a tricky pitch for the players to play on. It might level things, it might create problems for defenders, and that could give us a really exciting match. But we know that there has to be a winner, and that in itself is excitement enough, as the players will go all out tonight. As the fans are, they're in good voice. Not a huge crowd as yet, but a noisy crowd, an excited crowd, all wearing the kit there of the home side, Sporting San Miguelito. Well, they drew 1-1 last week in Guatemala at the Pensativo Stadium. Goals for Sporting by Edson Sams in the 54th minute from the penalty spot. And that was after Malacateco goalkeeper Ruben Silva had brought down Juan Oliveira. And then the equalizer, 75th minute, Kevin Aguilar from the edge of the box turned and hooked it into the far corner. A great finish. But during that match, 8 yellow cards. It was a chippy match, and I've no doubt it's going to get chippier now as they battle for the right to go through to the next round. It's going to be a tricky one for the referee because of the wet conditions, players sliding into each other, and the head referee is Filiberto Martinez of El Salvador. And I would suggest he's going to have a tough match on his hand here as players battle to keep their feet in these conditions. For both teams, it's their second ever appearance. The first appearance was obviously in the first leg. This is their second ever appearance in the Scotiabank CONCACAF League. San Miguelito have been in the CONCACAF Champions League before, back in 2013-14. That was the Champions League, however. This is the CONCACAF League, and their first appearance in this particular tournament. It's only a second time a Panama and Guatemala club have played each other in the SCL. Back in 2020 in the preliminary round, a 0-0 draw between Club Atletico Independiente of Panama and Antigua of Guatemala. Well, there's no wind, that's the good news, but there has been lots of rain, and that is going to impact these players. And here they are in the tunnel. So we'll give it a few minutes for you to take in the vibe and feel the atmosphere as the players gather. The tension starts to rise. We'll be back with more commentary in just a moment.
Y la proposición, muchachos. Gracias.
Right, time for the players to meet each other, a little fist bump, along with meeting the officials. And the formalities nearly over. We just got the coin toss to come, and then we can hopefully get on with a kickoff. In black, it's the visitors, Malacateco, the Toros from Guatemala. In white, Sporting San Miguelito from Panama. And interesting that Sporting have red and black, but they chose to play in white on their home turf. Right, let's have a look at Sporting and their lineup. Just the one change from the previous match, the 1-1 draw, and that is Duan Oliveira, the Brazilian, number 92, comes in. Edgar Aparicio goes to the bench, and Oliveira won the penalty that got them the goal and ultimately the point away from home. Well, not quite the point, but it got them the draw and puts him in a good position on home turf. And there is the Malacateco boss, Israel Hernandez. Well, this one there is Felipe Borowski, the Brazilian. You know what? There are the officials. And as mentioned from El Salvador, Filiberto Martinez will be the head referee. He has countrymen as his assistant refs and fourth official. So there's a toss of the coin to decide who plays in what direction and who gets the right to kick the ball off. And you can see the rain still falling down. As mentioned, I think this is going to be a tricky one for referee Filiberto Martinez. Lots of players losing their footing, late tackles, sliding tackles. If they got 8 yellow cards in the last match, I'm suggesting there could be something similar today. Right, Malacateco, 2 changes from the first leg match. Durban Reyes is in for Jonathan Moran, and John Cordoba for Franklin Quinteros. Both Quinteros and Moran go to the bench. And John Cordoba scored in their last match. It was a league match against Mixco. They won 3-0, and he got one of the goals. That obviously bought him a place in the starting lineup by coach Israel Hernandez. And so the coaching staff and the substitutes there for Sporting get set. There is goalkeeper Ruben Silva, gave away the penalty, the 30-year-old Uruguayan, that allowed Sporting to get that draw. The referee just having a last couple of words with the players, and there is the Sporting side. Pants pulled up was Pedro Janine. Right, so we're about to kick off then, and we await the referee's whistle, and here we go. We are underway in the Scotiabank CONCACAF League preliminary match, second leg between Sporting San Miguelito, Panama, and Deportivo Malacateco from Guatemala. This from the Rommel Fernandez Stadium in Panama City in Panama. Sporting the home side, playing from right to left in white. Visitors from Guatemala, the Toros, Malacateco, playing in the black. Easy to distinguish between the two sides. As mentioned earlier, it was a 1-1 draw last week in Guatemala at the Pensativo Stadium. Goal in the 54th minute from Edson Sams from the penalty spot, after Ruben Silva had brought down Duan Oliveira. And then an equalizer by Kevin Aguilar in the 75th minute from the edge of the box. Not much to choose between the teams. As mentioned, a chippy match with lots of tackles and lots of work for the referee to do. Now, away goals will count double. So, for example, should Malacateco draw 2-2, they will go through. Should they draw 0-0, they will go out. If it's a 1-1 draw, then it goes to penalties. That's the only result that will end up with penalties here today. Decision by the referee Filiberto Martinez, giving the free kick. That was against Durban Reyes. It's comes in a little bit late there and tackles from behind. Down goes Luis Zuniga. It's interesting to see how this pitch is going to play, given that there's been a lot of rain beforehand. Probably going to skip off the turf there. Adolfo Machado just playing that ball. The captain at age 37, the senior statesman in the Sporting side. Trying to build up down this left-hand side. Thomas Rodriguez, the 23-year-old, will be the front man, the number 9. He'll be the target man for the home side as they now try and work their way down the right-hand side. Playing around the back nice and comfortably. Eric Vasquez out wide to Chada, and he just keeps the ball moving. Ball nearly taken away, but the throw-in will be for the home side. There is the Brazilian Felipe Borowski. He has a fellow Brazilian in the team, in Duan Oliveira. And there is the other coach, Israel Hernandez, from Malacateco. Both managers obviously keen to get their team through to the proper round and face Toro from Panama. A good run in this tournament will be great news for the players and for the manager, as managers do tend to rotate at a regular basis. And a good run will secure the manager his job, most likely. Pressure coming from the visitors. Very, very comfortable at the back there, Sporting. Zuniga just flicking it along and loses possession in the process. There is Michael Casasola. Good tackle coming in, and it's Malacateco's ball once again. The rain still drizzling down on the players. Headed ball and free kick given for a foul from behind. Referee just a little warning to William Godoy, 34-year-old, and just saying be very, very careful. Your arm was up, your elbow was up, and that is always likely to get you into trouble. Luis Choi, 26-year-old. Eric Vasquez back to Choi. Kevin Galvan just trying to play it down that left-hand side. Well, it's a small crowd, but you can hear in the background, they're nice and noisy and they're creating an atmosphere. Raul Calderon with the throw for the Toros. Switch of play, neatly done, although just slightly overhit. Managed to keep the ball in play. Attacking down the left-hand side, the visitors, and a free kick won, given away by Michael Casasola. It's a dangerous position to give away a free kick. Look again, just being held up by Kevin Aguilar, the goal scorer from the first match for the Toros. You wonder now whether the visitors will just hang the ball into the box. Raul Calderon on the ball, and Jorginho Freitas, the goalkeeper for Sporting, just organizing his one-man wall. Ball whipped in with bend on it and headed clear. Great header there by Eric Vasquez. He had Othoniel Arce, who's 6'4" and thereabouts, the Mexican. There he is now, talking of Arce. Very difficult player to deal with when it comes to aerial ball. So well headed clear by Vasquez. And here come the home side. Is that offside? Is he through? Is there a chance? There's an open goal here. And has the whistle gone for offside? It certainly seems like it. Edson Sams through on goal. It did look like he was offside. Yeah, probably by a foot. And we had to wait for the assistant ref to eventually put his flag up as goalkeeper Ruben Silva came sliding out. It's always a difficult one for the goalkeeper, because until you see the flag, you have to assume that you've got to make the tackle, in which case you could easily get a red card for hitting a player. And then if the flag goes up, you could still be in trouble with the referee. Silva, long down the pitch. Big number 9, Arce, just trying to get on the ball. The Mexican, there he is, battling for it. 32 years of age. Took a bit of a battering in the last match, got kicked a few times, but won his team a bunch of free kicks. Home side's ball for Sporting. Kevin Galvan, 26-year-old, with the throw-in as the opposing manager Israel Hernandez looks on. Luis Choi. Nearly gave away possession there, but luckily gets it back. And unfortunately, the Brazilian, Duane Oliveira, just toe pokes that out. A touch, the man who won the penalty in that first match. Captain Sixto Bentancur is looking for some support. Casizola coming out with the ball. A chance to switch sides for Sporting to Kevin Galvan. It's been a nice tidy opening. 8 or 9 minutes for the home side. Comfortable on the ball, just moving it around, getting a touch, getting used to the surface. Looking for that through ball there for Duane Oliveira. You can see they're making runs behind the back four of the Toros. And yes, they were offside in the previous occasion. It's in Sam's, but that seems to be the idea, to make a run at the back line and see if you can time it perfectly, beat the offside trap, as Luis Choi gives away a free kick. Have a look again. Just a coming together of legs and nothing in it at all. Manzanares just knocking it back. Now it's the visitors' chance just to keep possession and play it around their midfield and back line. Again, just to make the point that on these sort of surfaces, very important to get time on the ball so you can get used to how it skips off the wet turf. Godoy just knocking it to his left. Bentancur out wide as they try and probe the visitors. Goalkeeper Ruben Silva, 30-year-old Uruguayan, with the ball knocked long down the pitch, and looks like he found Raul Calderon quite well with that long ball. Now they're playing it back again. Poor ball out of defense, possession lost by the home side. There is Felipe Borowski, the Brazilian, trying to give his team some advice. 1-1 at home, it's a good position for Sporting, but by no means job done. They should be expected to win on home territory. It's a pitch that the coach, Felipe Borowski, says they're very comfortable here at the Rommel Fernandez Stadium and know the pitch well. He thinks these players will show what they can do, as the referee just has a word with two of the players in the box. Coach saying that our touch away from home wasn't so good, but I expect it to be better for the home match. Well, time will tell. Free kick given for the Toros on the right-hand side. Okay, dangerous position. And the ball can be floated in for the big guys to get in the box. And almost an unnecessary free kick to give away. Yeah, just piling into the back of the player there was Kevin Galvan. The player was going nowhere. He was stuck on the touchline. So it did seem an unnecessary free kick to give away. And making him pay for this, hopefully, from his point of view, is Raul Calderon. The body is hitting the ground as the ball gets into the box. You could see pulling and shoving and all sorts going on in the box there. Edson Sams holding the ball up really nicely now, gets played through. And that's going to be not only a free kick, but possibly a yellow card, and it will be. That is Durban Reyes. And a yellow card because he was through Thomas Rodriguez and on his way to goal. Look at it again, plays the ball. And yes, there's a little swipe with the left foot, isn't there? No question about that from Durban Reyes, the 25-year-old. That was a professional foul, took one for the team just to stop Thomas Rodriguez from being able to run at his defense. Well, there were 8 yellow cards in the first match, and we thought there might be a whole bunch in this game. Well, we're up and running already with the first. Ruben Silva just shouting some instructions to his defense. Silva's 3rd season with the club, 51 appearances over the last 2 seasons. And he picked up a yellow card in the last match for giving away the penalty on Duane Oliveira. So, free kick for the home side. Whipped in, bodies jumping up, and it's in. It's the back of the net. The home side are ahead, 1-0. A fantastic header from the captain, Adolfo Machado. And there he goes to celebrate, and the fans are jumping up and down. That was what they wanted. The coach is delighted. Felipe Borowski, what a good ball in. What a fantastic header from their captain, Adolfo Machado. Have a look at it again. He gets up and stretches. Beautiful ball in, fantastic header. No chance whatsoever for Ruben Silva in goals. That ball coming in from Duane Oliveira. And it is a wonderful finish from the captain, the 37-year-old. And he's put his team in a wonderful position now. 1-0 up at home on a ground that, as their coach says, they know it well, they're comfortable. He applauds the fans and they applaud him. And that started with Thomas Rodriguez drawing the foul, making that run down the right-hand side. And from that free kick taken by Duane Oliveira, captain Adolfo Machado gives Sporting the lead. Now the Toros in a tough situation, 1-0 down away from home. They're going to have to play really well to pull themselves back into this match. They did it last game. They were 1-0 down and came back to draw 1-1. Can they do it again? Free kick given away by Jorge Lapara. Jorginho Frias, in his first season, the goalkeeper with Sporting. Ball knocked long, comes straight back for the visitors. You can see the possession, basically 2/3, 1/3 to the home side, who have started off well. Do get the sense, though, that at 1-0 down, perhaps Malakateka will get more time on the ball now as they try and get back in the game, and Sporting will try and hit them on the counter-attack and use Edson Sams, Luis Saniga and Thomas Rodriguez as their players that could spring the offside trap and create the counter-attack. Here they come down the left-hand side with Kevin Galvin. Ball being played comfortably along the back. There is the goal scorer, Adolfo Machado. An SCL champion back in 2020 with Alajuelense. And 3 times Costa Rican Primera winner as well. So the captain has been hugely successful. From a USA point of view, he had 56 appearances for the Houston Dynamos in 2017 and 18. So the goal scorer, a player who's played at a very, very high level and bringing his skills back to Panama and to Sporting San Miguelito. Long throw headed out by Luis Joy. There's Israel Hernandez. Malakateko coach possibly having a look at what went wrong with that goal, getting a replay of it, seeing who should have been marking Adolfo Machado. And sometimes if the ball is whipped in with pace and it's a good cross and the player is strong, it's very, very difficult to stop them. And Adolfo Machado at age 37, with all his experience of playing at the top level, is more than a handful. The side Malakateko, they won the Guatemalan 2021 Apertura, club's first ever domestic title, the Liga Nacional. And they beat Comunicaciones 2-0 in the second leg on January the 2nd. One of those players who scored was Wilson Godoy, who is featuring here today. Long ball knocked up, and Pedro Janin heads the ball but doesn't get it clear initially. But eventually comes through to Jorginho Freitas. He probably is in no rush to get things going. Well, there are two teams from Guatemala who have won matches in the SCL, of course, as champions. Comunicaciones have won 10 times, and Santa Lucia have won twice. Well, unfortunately for Malakateko, they're 1-0 down already and under pressure, but come away with the ball now. Pedro Janin with his shorts just tucked in a little bit. That's his signature. Malakateko conceded in the 54th minute in the first leg, and they equalized 20-odd minutes later, the 75th. So they know what it takes to be patient and work your way back into the game. But that was at home. This is away from home. On a pitch that Sporting are very familiar with. And in fact, coach Felipe Borowski before the match saying this game is one of life and death. So taking it very seriously as the coach. Godoy just playing that ball on. Back to Godoy. 34-year-old, his third stint now with Malakateko. Ball won back by the home side, looking to get a counter-attack going through Edson Sams. Nearly bumps into Thomas Rodriguez. There is Rodriguez, just trying to hold the ball up. Plays it inside neatly to Janin, and possession ultimately lost. Switch of play by the visitors to try and get something going down that left-hand side. Good defensive work from Sporting every time Malakateko try and build something up. The white shirts come across and close them down, haven't given them much space to play in. Good header there from Michael Casasola. Urban Reyes looking for the ball over the top. Now there might be a chance for the visitors as they try and whip the ball into the box, but cut out by the goal scorer and captain Adolfo Machado. Kevin Aguilar, goal scorer for the Toros in this first leg match, with the ball, and Janin just getting up after taking a knock. Of course, both of these teams having to play their normal league matches in between, so it's a hectic schedule for them. Games in the league on the weekend, games in CONCACAF during the week. For Sporting, they drew 1-1 away against Plaza Amador in the Clausura in their last match. Emmanuel Gomez with the equalizer in the 83rd minute, who is not starting here today. Corner coming in for the Toros. Headed clear. Nice sort of ball played. Was there a use of hands? No, says the referee, as the Brazilian Duan Oliveira holds the ball up. He looks to switch it. Long ball, good ball to Thomas Rodriguez, but he just can't bring it down in time. He's looking for support, plays it inside, and eventually cleared by the Toros, but a lovely little bit of play that nearly saw the number 9 into the box. Now the Toros trying to win the ball back through John Cordoba. Played out, and the coach just showing a neat little touch there, Israel Hernandez. That just shows you the ability of Sporting on the right-hand side. It was Duan Oliveira just switched play and nearly got his number 9 in. Well, that effort, less said about that, the better. There is the Toros coach. And that was Edson Sams, who tried that volley from the edge of the box. But he did score from the edge of the box in the... Sorry, it wasn't the edge of the box. It was, in fact, the penalty that he scored in the first match. His 31st goal in total, so he does know how to find the back of the net. That shot, however, not his best. Good play from Kevin Galvin. There goes Edson Sams. Loses possession. Immediately tries to put pressure on the visitors' defense, but they play it through very comfortably. Simple free kick given away. Have a look, Oscar Manzanaro is just about to clear at the 27-year-old Mexican. Just a little coming together of boots, but nothing intentional. The referee doesn't take any further action. They're probing down that left-hand side, but they haven't had much joy. The visitors, they haven't created chances, no crosses coming in. The big man up front, Foniel Arce, the 32-year-old Mexican, trying to do something himself, but they need him in the middle. They need the wing-backs and the wide midfielders to create chances, get crosses in for the big man. Nice play again as Kevin Galvin looks to keep it going on this left-hand side. Thomas Rodriguez coming in neatly, looking for a little 1-2. Doesn't get the ball back. Now it goes to Michael Casazola. He knocks it back, and so the ball is just being circulated around, making the Toros players do lots of work, running from side to side of the pitch. That ball was meant to find Kevin Galvin, but didn't. Possession now for the visitors. Calderon just giving away possession a bit cheaply. There is Felipe Borowski. Got to be a happy coach at 1-0 up and 2-1 on aggregate. You don't want to go to penalties. That's very much a 50-50 game. If you're the home side and you're 1-1 from the first leg, you pretty much want to wrap it up at home, get the goals you need. So they'll be looking for a second. Obviously, if you're Malaka Teko, you've got to get yourself back in the match without taking too many risks. You don't want to concede. So patience is the order of the day for them. Oliveira hustled up, but wins the free kick. Discussion from William Godoy again. He says he got an elbow across the face, which looks like he did. But nonetheless, the Brazilian winning that free kick for Sporting. Concerned look on Israel Hernandez's face. They can't afford to concede a second. Referee stepping the 10 yards and drawing the line. Defenders have to be 10 yards away from the free kick. The referee lines up his wall. He goes to the other side of the goal. So Kevin Galvin and Duan Oliveira are the two who are deciding who's going to take this kick. Here we go. Oliveira bends it, goalkeeper reads it, pushes it out for a corner. Quite sure why Ruben Silva didn't dive on that and catch it. He's given away an unnecessary corner. Have a look at it again, bends it over the wall. Goalkeeper gets there and just scoops it out. So set piece for the home side. See Luis Zuniga just getting in front of Ruben Silva to make life difficult for the visiting goalkeeper. Duane Oliveira with the ball for the corner. Whips it in near post, flicked on. The far post, is it knocked in? Yes, it is. Back of the net, and it's given 2-0. It is Kevin Galvin who scores the second. And a vital goal for the home side. From that corner, flicked on it near post. Yeah, he's smiling, Felipe Borowski. He knows that's a crucial second goal. In they come for hugs with all the substitutes. Manager as well just gives a pat in the back. And that is a crucial goal from a corner, which, to be honest, I didn't think Ruben Silva needed to give. And he's been punished for it. Have a look, near post flick on. Once it's flicked on, players are going for it everywhere. And it is the number 6, Kevin Galvin, the 26-year-old, who's first to get to the loose ball, stick it in the back of the net, and now they are in a great position, our Sporting San Miguelito. 2-0 up, at home, on the front foot. Now it is a mountain for the Toros to climb. If ever you want an example of why you should never give away cheap corners, that was one. Felt that was Ruben Silva's to get as the ball gets knocked in. Good header clear by Eric Vasquez. One of the few balls that has been knocked in for the 6'4" Othoniel Arce for Toros. Just mentioning that corner given away by Ruben Silva. That's a great example of where you get punished for not doing everything you can to keep that ball in play. Lazy bit of goalkeeping, and he was to blame for the penalty in the first match. Came out and conceded it by bringing down Duan Oliveira. Got a yellow card for his trouble, conceded the penalty, and they're 1-0 down. Goalkeeper once again showing a bit of fallibility. Coach Felipe Borowski, just in the bottom of your screen, just clapping his hands. There you go. He's got the easy job. Israel Hernandez there's got a difficult one of how to get his team back in the match. Godoy back to his keeper. Oh, good pressure there. Very cool, Ruben Silva. Home side putting pressure on every which way, making it so difficult for the Toros to play out from the back. Raul Calderon sent further back by the referee. Tough situation for the Toros. 2-0 down. They've got to come forward to get goals, but you would think a third goal conceded could very well be the end of the game for them, so they have to come forward carefully, always aware of counter-attacks. Yet they need to get one, you would think, just get back in the game. And so far they haven't, as mentioned, given the big number 9, Othoniel Arce, much to work with. Confirmation of the scoreline and the goal scorers. Calderon with the throw. There is the big number 9 up front, Arce. Trying to keep possession, but white shirts all over him. Good pressure from the home side. Gets applause from the manager, Felipe Borowski. They just have to keep closing down, keep working. They're in a great position, our Sporting. Free kick for a late tackle there on Thomas Rodriguez. And one thing that Malaka Teko can't afford to do is start giving yellow cards or even leading to a red card. Already got one player, Durban Reyes. There he is on a yellow. Can't afford to get a second yellow. Referee calling the Toros players to him just to have a little word. Eric Vasquez, a 34-year-old, on the ball. For San Miguelito, they'll be up against a fellow Panamanian side in the next round. Tauro, should they go through. It's not done and dusted yet, but it's looking good for the home side. Good skills there from Edson Sams. Referee very quick to step in. Good refereeing there from Filiberto Martinez from El Salvador. Very quick to make sure nothing gets out of hand, because Edson Sams was just being pushed and shoved a little bit. Just an arm around his neck. Thumped long by Pedro Janine. It might cause some problems. Goalkeeper comes, goes right over the top and lands awkwardly, does Ruben Silva. And he got injured in the last match, in the first leg. And not so sure he needed to come for that. He had defenders dealing with it, but in the end, he chose to come, and he came bravely, went right over the top. That is concern for his manager. Obviously a very dangerous fall, and the referee will take his time to make sure the keeper's okay. Have a look, goes up, and then goes over the top, but look at the fall and look at the height onto his neck. Potentially a very, very dangerous fall, and there were 2 centre-backs, so I don't think he needed to be there. That is a bad, bad fall. Thank heavens he's okay. Fernando Ruiz came on as a sub. Reserve keeper in the last match, and thought he was likely to come on there as well, but Ruben Silva seems to be fine. It looks like Malaka Teko might have themselves a corner. If they can just find a goal, just get something back, it'll certainly be of concern to Felipe Borowski. It would just get them back in the match, give them a sense that they can get back in this match. And we do have a substitution coming in. Looks like Sixto Betancourt, the captain who came off from the last match, is coming off here. So some injury problems for the captain. Luis Perez coming on for Betancourt. As mentioned, it was a similar substitution in the first leg last week, so ongoing problems for the captain. Ball knocked in, high, trying to clear it out of defense, which they do. Shot coming in, but goes wide. And that was how they scored in the first leg. That shot from Kevin Aguilar, exactly, very similar to the equalizing goal last match. Ball came in from a corner, edge of the box, and he hooked it back in. This time it didn't work for Kevin Aguilar. Home side just looking to keep themselves well organised, work hard, close down, take a 2-0 lead into half-time. That would be the most logical thing for the home side to do. They don't need to go chasing a third. If they can counter-attack, of course, they will take the opportunity, but 2-0 up at home, just want to defend tightly and not give the visitors any chances. There's the new man, Luis Perez, on the ball. Nice little close skills. Maybe he can inject some life into Malakateko. And he has nice dribbling skills on that left-hand side. And again, can he whip the ball into the near post? It's come in. What can they do with it? They're set up for the shot. And it's straight into the keeper's arms. That was Aguilar with the shot. Straight for Jorginho Freitas. But some good play. And all coming from the new man. Luis Perez, the substitute on, fresh legs, fresh thoughts. And he's made a big difference already to the Toros. Thomas Rodriguez just drawing the foul as he has done many times in the first half. 23-year-old, 5 goals in 15 appearances in 2022 from the big man up front. Valvang trying to find a nice patch of grass to take the ball, take the free kick from. Switched by Duane Oliveira to the opposite side, Michael Casazola. Good ball whipped in, and it's controlled. First touch was poor there from Edson Sams. If he had a better touch there, he could have brought that down and fired that into the back of the net. Opportunity lost for the home side. There's a counter-attack on. Well, it gets stopped in its tracks, but Edson Sam, beautiful ball put in by Michael Casazola. The manager seems happy, of course, at 2-0 he would be, but that was a little half opportunity to make it 3. Put this game beyond the visitors. Calderon trying to whip the ball in near post and gets cleared by Eric Vasquez. A little bit of pressure coming from Malakateko. Ball knocked in to the far post and headed clear by Edson Sams. Good thinking. There was a Toros player right behind him. He had no choice but to get rid of that ball. Jorginho Freitas, 21-year-old, just organizing his defense. As Raul Calderon gets ready to put the set piece in. Be a fantastic opportunity in time for the visitors to score if they could. But they can't get past that near post. Headed clear by the defense of Sporting. Now there's a chance for a counter-attack. Casazola on the ball. Head up, tries to knock it into the middle, which he does. And this is Duane Oliveira with a shot, but straight at Ruben Silva. Goalkeeper body behind the ball deals with that, but a nice little counter-attack. And that is the danger for the Toros. They have some quick and good players, Sporting, who can take the counter-attack opportunity and create something. They nearly managed to get a decent shot on goal there, Sporting. Jorginho Freitas coming out, clearing the danger. They get a cross into the box, something for the big man to work with. It is then. He does get ahead on the ball. Does a Thoniel Arce, but can't direct it towards goal. Ball comes clear it once again. The Toros gather it, and that shot well over the crossbar, but Jorginho Frias just making 100% sure by following it. The shot from William Godoy, the 34-year-old. Long way out, 30+ yards. It would have to be one incredible strike to beat the keeper from there. Just looking at the tactics of the Toros. Big number 9, Arce, time and time again coming out of the box to help on the width. Whereas in fact, I think you need him in the box. Try and whip in service for a 6'4" striker. Ball played long by Casasola. Trying to find Luis Zuniga. Top scorer in 2022 Apertura with 8 goals, Luis Zuniga. So a scoring threat from Sporting, from Edson Sams, Luis Zuniga and Thomas Rodriguez. That's why it's such a difficult situation the Toros find themselves in. Vulnerable to the counter-attack, and yet 2 goals down, they have to push forward. There is Arce. Once again, rather than being in the middle, he's the one trying to supply it, and he nearly does. Ball comes up, and Frias deals with that. Eric Vasquez trying to clear it, and then he sticks it up in the air. But that was another one of those situations where the biggest player in your team is not in the middle. He's out wide trying to cross the ball. 7 seasons in Liga MX, Othoniel Arce. And twice he had a 13-goal season, the last time in 2020 when he was playing in Peru. The big man has scored 73 goals in total in 277 matches. So a quality striker the Toros have up front. Down goes Kevin Galvin. Appealing to the referee for the free kick, saying that he got elbowed off the ball. Looking for a bit of support from his fellow players and manager. Two minutes of added time. A great position for Sporting. 2-0 up at home, 3-1 on aggregate. In a great position to face fellow Panamanian side Tauro in the first round proper of this competition, the Scotiabank CONCACAF League. Can they add a third just before half-time? They scored from the last corner they took. And it was taken by the same man, Duane Oliveira. Can he do it again? Whips it in. Keeper just knocks it on, but it's bouncing loose. Luis Choi nearly gets it, knocked back in again. This time it's Thomas Rodriguez who gets a knee to it, but can't control the effort. Felipe Borowski must be happy with his side. They've created more chances. They've taken 2 of them. They've looked by far the better side. And they continue to create problems for the defense of Malacateco. Here they come. Is there an opportunity just before half-time? The big man's through. Arce, can he pull it back? He does. Coming at the very back stick was Raul Calderon, but doesn't get on the ball. The opportunity gets lost. Trying to recycle it now. Can they have one last ball into the box? John Cordoba nearly got that one in. Assistant ref said the ball went out. Can't quite see that. Let's have a look. Or maybe it's for the, is it for the foul? The arm up. Hard to see. Anyway, play goes on. As we're into the final moment of the first half. And there goes the whistle from referee Filiberto Martinez. 2-0 to Sporting against Malacateco. Goals from Adolfo Machado. A fantastic header in the 14th minute from Duane Oliveira. Free kick, and then Oliveira with a corner in the 30th minute. And Kevin Galvan smacking that one in the back of the net. So 2-0 up for the home side, looking good. It's a tough mountain to climb for the Toros. Can they do it? We will find out in the second half. Don't go anywhere. We're back with highlights in just a few minutes.
The official CONCACAF app. No matter where you are or who you're rooting for, you can watch your favorite competitions, teams, and players on the go. Get the latest news on all things CONCACAF. Get access to stats, play-by-play, players' information, schedule, and standings. Get instant notifications and alerts. Discover other fans like you. And show your support in social media with our exclusive camera filters. All of that and much more. Take your CONCACAF experience to the next level. Download now the official CONCACAF app. Available on the App Store and Google Play.
Completely revamped CONCACAF website. All information in one place with exclusive content. Connect to our match center. Access all the statistics in detail. Polls, quizzes, and live information of all our tournaments. Create your own CONCACAF passport with custom preferences and share region rankings, player rosters, and lots more on social media. CONCACAF offers you the best experience to enjoy soccer in the region with official and first-hand information to follow the action of your favorite team, country, or player.
official CONCACAF app. No matter where you are or who you're rooting for, you can watch your favorite competitions, teams, and players on the go. Get the latest news on all things CONCACAF. Get access to stats, play-by-play, players' information, schedule, and standings. Get instant notifications and alerts. Discover other fans like you. And show your support in social media with our exclusive camera filters. All of that and much more. Take your CONCACAF experience to the next level. Download now the official CONCACAF app, available on the App Store and Google Play.
Completely revamped CONCACAF website. All information in one place with exclusive content. Connect to our match center. Access all the statistics in detail. Polls, quizzes, and live information of all our tournaments. Create your own CONCACAF passport with custom preferences. And share region rankings, player rosters, and lots more on social media. CONCACAF offers you the best experience to enjoy soccer in the region. With official and first-hand information to follow the action of your favorite team, country, or player.
The official CONCACAF app. No matter where you are or who you're rooting for, you can watch your favorite competitions, teams, and players on the go. Get the latest news on all things CONCACAF. Get access to stats, play-by-play, players' information, schedule, and standings. Get instant notifications and alerts. Discover other fans like you. And show your support in social media with our exclusive camera filters. All of that and much more. Take your CONCACAF experience to the next level. Download now the official CONCACAF app, available on the App Store and Google Play.
Completely revamped CONCACAF website. All information in one place with exclusive content. Connect to our match center. Access all the statistics in detail. Polls, quizzes, and live information of all our tournaments. Create your own CONCACAF passport with custom preferences. And share region rankings, player rosters, and lots more on social media. CONCACAF offers you the best experience to enjoy soccer in the region. With official and first-hand information to follow the action of your favorite team, country, or player.
Welcome back to the Scotiabank CONCACAF League preliminary match. It's the second leg between Sporting San Miguelito, Panama, and Deportivo Malacateco of Guatemala. The home side in white are 2-0 up. I'm Gary Bailey, former Man United keeper, and welcome to the Rommel Fernandez Stadium in Panama City in Panama, if you're just joining us. The team in white are the hosts, San Miguelito. 2-0 up from a very good first leg, playing left to right. And Malacateco, the Toros from Guatemala in black, playing from right to left. This match to decide who goes through to meet Tauro of Panama in the first round proper. Our referee, Filiberto Martinez of El Salvador, has had a very decent first half. 45 minutes then. There can be no penalties. Only a 1-1 draw would have given us penalties, so there will be a winner in 45 minutes plus added time, one way or another. Obviously, it currently points to the home side being in a great position. 2-0 up here, 3-1 up on aggregate. The team in white have played really well, but is there a chance for the Toros to fight their way back? Certainly a goal will give them hope. If they were to draw 2-2, they would go through on the away goals rule. So they just need the 2 goals. They get 1, then we should have a really exciting end to the game. No halftime subs as yet, but both managers with options on the bench. For Malacateco, they dropped Jonathan Moran and Franklin Quinteros to the bench as the keeper comes out and just gets that in time. Ruben Silva timing that perfectly as we see the teams come up at the bottom of your screen. Silva in goals for Malacateco, and there is their lineup. So Moran and Quinteros on the bench for Malacateco. They could come in at some stage. And for San Miguelito, Aparicio, he played in the first match on the bench and available. And Julian Sanchez, the man who got a cut for Guatemala, is also on the bench and available for coach Felipe Borowski. And in these games, you are going to see subs anyway, just fresh legs, fresh thinking. You've already seen when Luis Perez came on for the Toros in the first half. He instantly changed the game and ran at the defense and caused all sorts of problems until Sporting figured him out. That's the advantage of bringing on substitutes. So both managers will be making changes, no doubt, in the second half. And here he goes, Michael Casasola playing it inside, looking to keep the play going. Zuniga just switches to the left. Kevin Galvin trying to probe down that left-hand side, where they've got a fair amount to join the first half. But you do sense the objective for the home side in white is very much just keep the 2-0 lead, let the visitors, the Toros, come at you, and then try and catch them on the counter and get a third. The Toros, well, they don't have much choice. They have to come forward, and as the clock ticks on, they have to take more and more risks. On that left-hand side, good situation they're in here with John Cordoba. Tries the shot and didn't see enough of that first half from the visitors. They certainly have started the second half a little bit more sharply, and good pressure. Gets turnover ball for Malacateco. Are we going to see a comeback from the Guatemalan side? Kevin Aguilar, the goal scorer from the first leg, with the throw. There's big Arce up front trying to get the ball in, which he does, but gets cleared. Free kick given. Did seem to be a bit of a shoulder-to-shoulder there, but Pedro Janine blown up. Let's have a look. Both players go for it. That seemed a little bit soft. It's in a dangerous position as well. So Aguilar playing and winning the free kick. Now it's Raul Calderon, the 29-year-old. He gets to whip this ball in. And it was a header or free kick and a corner that got the goals for Sporting. Free kick for the first one, corner for the second, and a header. Can they do something similar, the Toros? Raul Calderon bends it in. Up they go, but cleared by the defense. Is there a volley coming? And it's blocked. Poor first touch, and it's still bobbing around in the box. And it's cleared just for a corner. All sorts of confusion in that box there for Sporting San Miguelito. It just didn't quite fall for Israel Hernandez's side. Frustration for the coach. Well, that's much better from the visitors, causing problems. They just couldn't quite get the ball to settle. And they're going to have a try again, this time not from a free kick, but from a corner. Calderon again with the set piece. Whips it in near post. Godoy with a hook. Allowed to get that ball way too easily. Unfortunately for the home side, it's cleared, but two really good little chances there for the Toros. Oh, a tug there, which is going to get you a yellow card every day of the week. And took one for the team there, did Oscar Manzanares. So that's two yellow cards. Durban Reyes and Oscar Manzanares both have to be careful they don't make any bad tackles from here on inwards, otherwise second yellow and they'll be off. Lovely ball played through, just cut out. He got on a fantastic run, Michael Casazola, just couldn't get the ball to him. The referee's going to call it back for a tug. This is a different looking Malakateka coming out second half. Maybe the danger for Sporting is to sit back and try and counter and allow the opposition to come at you, because they're beginning to create problems. Eric Vasquez just seeing the ball over the line from Luis Perez, who's been a bright spark since he came on in the first half as a substitute. Israel Hernandez just shouting some instructions to his side, but certainly a good start to the second half for the manager and his team. 21-year-old goalkeeper with goal kick, knock it long, get it over the halfway line and try and keep it in the opponent's half. Good hold up there from Edson Sams. Good play again. Toros playing with way more confidence in this second half. That free kick given away as expected. Durban Reyes called up for that foul. He's got to be careful, he's on a yellow card. There wasn't any nastiness in it, he was just trying to get the ball. But you never know how referees interpret things, so when you're on a yellow, you have to be extremely careful. Durban Reyes spent all 8 seasons with the Toros. Only scored 3 goals in 130 matches, so unlikely to score, but certainly likely to cause problems in that midfield. Casazola, what can he do? Trying to flick the ball in for the strikers up front. Good challenge. Eventually the defense clear the ball. Here comes Arce, but loses it straight away. Doesn't get the free kick. So here they come again, Zuniga. Godoy just playing it back to his keeper. Pressure coming. Eventually, Ruben Silva decides to knock it long. Lovely pass. Brilliant from the goalkeeper. Now playing some good football. Malakateko. Headed clear by Manzanares. Battle, ping-pong battle to see who gets the ball in the end. Well, I was about to say in the end of Sporting, they immediately give it away. And now a free kick for the Toros. It's that big man up front, Arce. Very, very difficult to hold up the 6'4" striker. John Cordoba on the ball, just keeping possession going. So good possession for the visitors. And they are 2-0 down. They need to do something with the possession. Long ball knocked in. Aiming for the big man up front. Arce knocks it back, and unfortunately it wasn't a good pass to Kevin Aguilar. That allows Casasola to come away. Knocks it long. They're going to keep possession here. Thomas Rodriguez is going to hold it up, look for some support. Good feet, good skills. Finds fellow strikers, turn and shot. Good save from the goalkeeper, Ruben Silva. Absolutely vital shot there from Edson Sams. And it was constructed so well. Duane Oliveira getting it into Edson Sams, and he just turns. He's allowed to turn a little bit too easily, perhaps. But that combination up front, those three, Thomas Rodriguez, Edson Sams, and Duane Oliveira, causing problems yet again for the Toros. Oliveira, 2 set pieces, and they've had 2 goals from that man. Another corner whipped in, a good corner as well. Choi, left foot, gets blocked. Ruben Silva coming a long way without getting that ball, the goalkeeper for the Toros. Doesn't seem like Galvin's in any rush to get the ball. But 2-0 up, why would you be? For Israel Hernandez, it's the opposite. They need to get a goal and get back in this game quickly as they possibly can. Galvin. Nice little interplay down that left-hand side, and the ball whipped in, but not anywhere near Duane Oliveira. He couldn't get on the end of it, the Brazilian. Ruben Silva trying to get things moving quickly. 2-0 down, coming into the final third of the match. Guatemalan side need to get something going. It's not desperate yet, they've got time. But certainly if they got 1 goal, they would be a lot more comfortable, and as mentioned, they just need a 2-2 draw to go through on the away goals rule. On the right-hand side come the Toros. Galvin fighting and giving away the throw-in. This time the throw-in goes to Sporting. Luis Perez, the 23-year-old, came on as a sub in the first match, came on as a sub in the second match. He's done well so far in this game. Godoy. Toros have it. What can they do? Trying to feed that ball through was Arce, but didn't find a teammate. There's a chance here for Duane Oliveira on his own on the edge of the box. Can he shoot? He does. Good save from the goalkeeper. Overhead kick, and nearly a fantastic strike from Luis Zuniga. He doesn't quite catch it right, but Oliveira in tons of space was able to line that shot up, and good save from Ruben Silva in the end. Look at him, the Brazilian, head up, got his time, and eventually shoots close enough to the keeper that the keeper could make the save. Good right hand down, good strong arm from Ruben Silva, and that spectacular Luis Zuniga overhead kick didn't quite come off. And they can't afford to concede, and they have to be careful with these attacks at the back. Malaka Teko, a 3rd goal you would think would be the end of the game for them. Having said that, they do have to take chances and get at least 1 goal back and make it a grandstand finish. So a precarious situation for the Guatemalan side. Long ball comes straight through for Jorginho Frias. Made a fantastic save in the first match. In the 74th minute, full-length dive to his left-hand side to push away a header to help his side get the draw. Fantastic goalkeeping from the 21-year-old. Seems to be a request to play the ball out of touch. Maybe it's cramp on this near side. And the coach is wondering if it's time now to make some substitutions, bring on fresh legs. Temperature in the 80s. A wet pitch, tiring on the legs. Midweek games as well. We're playing midweek and then the weekend, game after game. It's a lot of wear and tear on the body. But he's up and about is John Cordoba, the Colombian. Calderon throws the ball back. Throws it back to his teammate who gives the ball back. And so play can continue. Machado, goal scorer and assist for the second. Zuniga. Casasola, quick throw, trying to get something going. Thomas Rodriguez loses possession. Here come the Toros. Too many white shirts there. They stop Luis Perez. Here they come again, Malakateco. Switching it towards the left, Kevin Aguilar. He's got John Cordoba to his left. He goes inside instead. Loses possession. No free kick given for Thomas Rodriguez. He was looking for the free kick. Referee wasn't convinced. And now on the right-hand side come the Toros. The pressure beginning to build. Ball gets whipped in, but headed clear by the captain, Adolfo Machado. Just sense that they're getting more and more possession. Malakateco around the fringes of the Sporting 18-yard box. Ball in again. Header. That was a little half chance there for Kevin Aguilar. We didn't see it coming over the head of Arce in front of him, but could he have done more with that header? Could he have even brought the ball down and had a shot? Long kick from the keeper. One back for Sporting. Casasola on the right-hand side, looking to create something. Duane Oliveira gives it back to Luis Choi, and they're moving the ball around nicely until that moment there where the pass was a little bit too strong for Oliveira. Possession back to the visiting team. You can get a sense of urgency from the Toros now, trying to push forward at every opportunity. Arce out wide, gets it back. Once again, the number 9, not in the center of the box, but on the fringes. He's shot wide and high. I don't know if the coach, Israel Hernandez, is saying, get in the middle, that's where we want you, that's why you're there, you're 6'4". Let others cross the ball. I need you to head it in the back of the net. For a man who scored 73 goals in his career of 277 matches, he's a qualified finisher, is Othoniel Arce, the 32-year-old Mexican. Coach Borowski happy at 2-0. His team on their way at this moment in time to face Tauro of Panama in the next round. And a good run in this tournament, even if they don't win it. Sporting, the semi-finalists and the 2 best quarter-finalists go through to the Champions League. So there's a lot to play for here. A good run in this tournament. Possible semi-final or final, but if not, possible Champions League place. And all the benefits financially that would bring. Oliveira, 30-year-old Brazilian. From his free kick, the first goal by Machado. From his corner, the second goal by Kevin Galvin. 2-0 to the home side. Gets whipped in and bends away. Is there somebody there at the end? There is, but not a finish. Now the counter-attack is on, but they've won the ball back, Sporting. What a good ball in. They couldn't use it to their advantage. Ball coming back in. This is the keepers, Ruben Silva, but the one before, that was a good opportunity. Silva giving the ball away cheaply, trying to get a quick counter-attack going. Some neat play in midfield from the Toros. John Cordoba, neat little interplay. Jorge Lapara. And losing possession on the edge of the box and then giving it away themselves, Sporting. Cross coming into the box for the Toros, headed clear by Michael Casazola. Knocked back in again, and this time it's Machado who clears it. Good ball knocked in by Kevin Aguilar. And they're certainly beginning to ask questions, Malacateco. And they need to get the same result they got in their last match, which was a league match, a 3-0 home win over Mixco in Liga Nacional, in which John Cordoba scored and Raul Calderon scored. 3-0 would do it here. Two goals would do it as well. Either a 3-2 win for the visitors or even a 2-2 draw would be enough in the away goals rule. And we are sort of heading up to that 70-minute mark, and you do get the sense that Sporting will start to slow the match down even more. They know that a 2-0 lead is a fairly comfortable one. However, if Toros got one goal back, then it would become a one-goal game. A second one for the visitors, and they'd be through. So there still is hope for Israel Hernandez. Referee saying, do you need help? Do you need the stretcher? And the answer is yes. Casazola talking to the opposition manager. That's a problem for Eric Vasquez. 34-year-old, looks like either injury or cramp has got him. Do get the feeling that once you have to be carried off the pitch, probably your night is over. So to the bench, Felipe Borowski, the Brazilian coach, will have to go. Number of options, including Aparicio, who was dropped from the team, and also number 26, Shamir Dupuy, or even Emmanuel Gomez. So let's see what the coach does. 287 career matches for Eric Vasquez, twice an Apertura winner with San Francisco. That is Dupuy, the 26-year-old, who comes on for Vasquez. I guess ultimately his muscles just seized up. Lots of games, as we mentioned. And Shamir Dupuy, 26 years of age, with a job to do, which is basically shut down the Toros, don't let them back in the match. And there it is, a third one. As we're talking about not letting them score, they go the other end, and they get the third goal. And it's the Brazilian, Duan Oliveira, who finishes it off, you would think, with that third goal. He was the one who set up the first two. He got the assist with the free kick. He got the second assist from the corner for 2-0. But this time he's got his own goal. And that is it for Sporting. You would think now at 3-0, there is no way the Toros are going to come back. Let's just see how this played out. Lovely little ball. He's run. No one stayed with him. And the goalkeeper's guessed to the right. And he has gone left. Lovely little ball from Thomas Rodriguez. Look at the goalkeeper going to his right, Ruben Silva. You can't guess. You've got to wait and see. He goes one way, Oliveira goes the other, and there it is, 3-0 to the hosts. And they're on their way to the next round to face fellow Panamanian side Toro. Well, if you were a neutral, you were probably hoping for a Malakateco goal and a grandstand finish. Well, it doesn't seem like we're going to get that. At 3-0, it's pretty much game, set, and match. It would take a miracle for the Guatemalan side to get through now. And of course, all the time they push forward, it's Zuniga, it's Edson Sams, it's Duane Oliveira, it's Thomas Rodriguez, all attacking. Really good attacking lineup for Sporting. You have to give the Guatemalan side credit. They came out second half 2-0 down. They tried to press. They had a few little half moments in the box. Corners bobbling around. If they had a bit of luck, they might have got themselves back in the game. But they're up against the side who's punished them every little half chance they get. Sporting, they have been pretty ruthless with it. Maybe an opportunity for Sporting to rest a few of their players, get some fresh legs on the pitch. Got to be thinking now of league matches coming up, next round of CONCACAF League, and resting key players. Godoy. Durban Reyes playing it wide to John Cordoba. Well, it was a 3-0 win in their last league match, their last outing for the Toros, and that's what they're going to need to go through to the next round. 3 goals. It's not just a huge ask, it's a massive ask. And as I said, it would take a near-on miracle for the side to get those 3 goals. But you never know with this game. Crazy things do happen. Here come the home side. Trying a little back heel there, Oliveira. For Thomas Rodriguez. Shots 9 for the home side, 5 for the visitors, but the quality of the efforts from the home side has been way better. They could easily have had more goals. Good first touch. Nutmeg as well from Zuniga. Can he score a 4th himself? He's going all the way and then decides to square it, and there's nobody there. Could he have gone himself and hit it with his left foot? It's a man who scores a ton of goals. Top scorer in the 2022 Apertura for his team with 8 goals. And here comes John Cordoba. Can he create something out of nothing? Luis Perez, tricky skills, whips it in with his left foot. Headed clear to the edge of the box. Raul Calderon trying to get a shot, but he wins himself and his team a free kick in a very dangerous position. Substitutions being made. 2 for the visiting side. Here comes Edson Sams, put in a really good shift. He's looked sharp around the edge of the box. Had 1 or 2 little half chances. Didn't find the back of the net, but a decent game from Edson Sams, a 27-year-old. He's going to be replaced by Nicolas Munoz, a 40-year-old legend of the game in those parts. Scored a ton of goals over his career. Has Munoz 227 career goals in 421 matches. That is an incredible return from Nicolas Munoz. And 2 subs then for the visiting side. The Toros, in come Jonathan Moran and Kevin Ramirez. So a whole bunch of changes made. Quinteros coming on as well. Looks like it was 3 subs for the Toros. Well, they have to go for it now. They need 3 goals. Here is Raul Calderon. Can he get one back now? Hits the top of the wall, comes out. Ball whipped in, headed clear. Good defense from Sporting. Reyes battling with Oliveira. Reyes comes away with the ball. Sorry, Perez comes away with the ball. All these white shirts back in defense. (3-0) the score. It's a mountain to climb. 1-1 from the first leg. They're 4-1 down on aggregate on Malacateco. They would need to score 3, level it at 4-4, win on the away goals rule. Right now, they're battling just to get a shot in against Jorginho Freitas in the goal for Sporting. Free kick for Toros against Luis Choi. Is the cross going to come in or not? There is Luis Perez. Comes back. Here comes the cross into the box. Who gets on the end of it? There's a chance for the visitors, and it's over the bar. Skied high, just when they needed something to hit the back of the net. And it's Jonathan Moran who gets the chance. Hooked back down. Got to hit target at least. Make Jorginho Freitas work. And unfortunately for the Toros, that goes right over the crossbar. What a great chance that was. Maybe then, if that goes in, maybe there's a glimmer of hope of getting 2 more goals. Coach Felipe Borowski just giving advice. The stretcher coming out yet again. So a number of players off the pitch now for the Toros. Raul Calderon, one of those who was taken off. Good player, good goal scorer. Mentioned that Jonathan Moran, Franklin Quinteros and Kevin Ramirez came on. Also off was the big striker, Othoniel Arce, who didn't get much service, and probably half the reason was he was always out wide. And then Durban Reyes was the 3rd player to be substituted. So it's a real last throw of the dice by coach Israel Hernandez. Just hoping that any of those players could turn things, and they nearly did. That ball falling there for Jonathan Moran. And as we see Sanchez come on. And substitutes are plenty at the moment. And why not? They're 3-0 up. Give everyone a run out, rest some legs. No harm in doing that. So is there any possibility of a late, great response here from the visiting side? Or do they feel the match is dead and buried already? Goalkeeper, the risky ball through the middle. Keeping possession, it doesn't help the side. Torres, they've got to get forward, they've got to score goals. Battling in midfield here are Sporting, just trying to slow things down, but Luis Perez comes away with the ball. Again, good defensive work from the home side. Just shutting down the Toros. Nicolas Munoz dispossessed, but the ball still belongs to Sporting. Ball being played across the back. Nice and comfortable for the home side. Battling down that left-hand side, ball gets whipped in and cleared by William Godoy just in time. Dangerous ball whipped in at the near post. They're still putting pressure on. Another ball coming in, another clearance. Sporting looking to get a fourth goal. Casazola, what can he do? Plays it wide to Zuniga. Ball gets whipped in, or was it a shot? Hard to say. Edgar Aparicio. Only his second game for Sam Miguelito. 7 goals with Atletico Chiriquí in 2022. Edgar Aparicio. Goalkeeper getting involved, Ruben Silva. And that clock really ticking down now. Just over 8 minutes to score 3 goals for Malacateco. Godoy has got to be looking forward. Kevin Ramirez gives it to him back. Goalkeeper's an option as all the white shirts just revert to their own half to defend their 3-0 lead. Free kick. I need to do something with this free kick, Malacateco. Well, they've just taken it short. Ramirez. There goes Ramirez looking for the ball back. Knocked in, but cleared. Casazola keeping it in play, does really well. Michael Casazola just eventually gets pushed off the ball. Now, which way is the free kick going to go? Looks like it's gone the way of the Toros. Kevin Aguilar is out. It's another one who's put in a good shift but hasn't had much joy. Goal scorer in the last match. Kike Klug comes in for him. Frias in no hurry to move this ball forward. You would think now with 7 minutes left, it's just a professional ending to the game. Just close it out if you're Sporting. Keep it nice and tight, work the clock down, do all the professional things you need to do, and move on to the next round to face Tauro. A good match for the home side. Goals in the 14th minute from Adolfo Machado, great header. In the 30th minute, Kevin Galvin, a corner knocking around the box. And then a lovely finish from Duane Oliveira in the 69th minute. A professional and quality performance by the home side. 3-0 tonight, 4-1 on aggregate. Enough to go through from this preliminary, I should say, round of this, the Scotiabank CONCACAF League. Here at the Rommel Fernandez Stadium in Panama. There is the vanquished coach, Israel Hernandez. Looks at his watch, but he knows it's pretty much up now. You're not going to score 5 goals in 3 matches unless a miracle happens. Challenging for the ball. fighting right to the end, Sporting. They want to keep that clean sheet. That was Juan Gomez, the Colombian, closing down. Some fresh legs for Sporting in midfield. Playing out from the back. And winning the free kick, just enough to slow the match down. Edgar Aparicio. Frustration for the Toros. They know it's more or less over now. A little bit of a late kick in frustration more than anything else. The Para with the yellow. It really doesn't make too much difference at this stage. Fancy colored boots there. For the free kick taker, here we go. Ball whipped in, headed clear. Well won. Good defending there by Shamir Dupuy. There is Shamir Dupuy again, just getting nice and tight. Oh, tries a sliding tackle, Dupuy, and misses. That's got to be a yellow card, you would think. No, gets off lightly there. Coach Felipe Borowski not happy with his side. Should be 3-0 up. Through to the next round, virtually. Just a few minutes left. It's confirmation of the score and the goal scorers. Machado, the captain, got things going from a free kick with a beautiful header. Kevin Galvin finished off a corner that wasn't cleared. And then Duane Oliveira with a pass from Thomas Rodriguez put him into space, and he tucked it in the corner past Ruben Silva. Out of play there from Dupuy. Was Raul Calderon with the throw. I was told he went off, but he's still on, so apologies for that. Still putting in his shift. Here they come, moving the ball across the middle. Out to Kevin Ramirez. And again, winning the free kick. Good play from the home side. Just slow the match down. Touch there from Edgar Aparicio. Ball knocked on this right-hand side. Again, just waiting for the contact, going down. Juan Gomez, the Colombian, shields the ball with his body, waits for the contact, and no question about that. Unnecessary from William Godoy. At this stage of the game, he knows it's virtually all over, so we're just seeing out the last few minutes, both sides. Ruben Silva knocking it wide on that right flank. See if they can still just create something, maybe get a goal, just take something back from this match, back to Guatemala. Switching play. Good ball. Can they get an end product? And the answer is immediately no. Dispossessed, and one's got to give the home side credit. They've worked hard. They haven't given anything away easily. They've taken their chances when they came. All round, an excellent professional performance by Sporting Sam Miguelito. Oh, that would have been Golazo if that had flown in the back of the net from Edgar Aparicio. Still working hard, Sporting. They haven't taken their foot off the pedal at all. They've given the Toros nothing to work with, as we see 3 minutes of added time. 3 minutes for 3 goals. Guess that's wishful thinking for the Toros. On the right-hand side, ball knocked in. Luis Perez thought he might be able to do something with it, but dispossessed. Now Sporting just knocking it around. Julian Sanchez at 99 on the pitch, and 26-year-old with 1 cap for Panama. So some really quality players on the Sporting side. Juan Gomez switching it to the right-hand side to Michael Casasola, who's had a really good game. Casasola works so hard down that right-hand side of the pitch. Being creative, come back and done his defensive duties as well. Nicolas Munoz just hustling there, trying to create problems. Final moments in this match. Is there a goal for the visiting side? Doesn't look like it, as they once again can't break down this solid Sporting defense. It's going to be a yellow card, you would think. Maybe not. Maybe the referee's had enough. Just wants to see the last few moments of the match out. He knows it's more out of frustration. Down goes Juan Gomez. One minute left. Victory for Sporting San Miguelito. Coach Felipe Borowski will take his side to face Toro in the first round proper of this Scotiabank CONCACAF League preliminary round. Panama victorious over Guatemala in club football, and that'll make Felipe Borowski a happy man, although he doesn't look it there. Crowd have been treated to 3 goals from the home side. Some good football, great defensive work. Not a big crowd, but it's going to be a very happy crowd, and a crowd satisfied with what their players have been able to produce on their home pitch here at the Rommel Fernandez Stadium in Panama. And there you go, there is the final whistle. 3-0 victors, Sporting San Miguelito of Panama against Malacateco, the Toros of Guatemala. Adolfo Machado, the captain, with the first goal in the 14th minute. A lovely header from an Oliveira free kick. In the 30th minute, a second goal. Kevin Galvin knocking in a loose ball after a flick on by Machado at the near post. Also a set piece, this time a corner from Oliveira. And Oliveira himself got the third after a lovely pass that he got from Thomas Rodriguez. So 3-0, a fantastic victory for the home side, Sporting San Miguelito. Tough for Malacateco. San Miguelito go through to the next round, where they will face Toro, also from Panama. Don't forget, plenty more of these wonderful games for you to enjoy. The Scotiabank CONCACAF League. From all of us here and all the crew, thank you for joining us tonight. Hope you enjoyed the match. Good night.
Para las últimas noticias, estadísticas.